Alright, guys. Don't know if anybody's in this right now. Hopefully. Alright, guys. Don't know if anybody's in this right now. Hopefully. Had some technical difficulties. I don't know if it's sent you guys anybody's in this right now. Hopefully. I don't know if it's sent you guys the notification here. I got moved to ball. Like some more combat stuff. I'm not sure anybody got the notification because I kind of screwed it up the first time where people actually got notification. Anybody got the notification because I kind of screwed it up the first time where people actually got notification. Anybody got the notification because I kind of screwed it up the first time where people actually got I wonder if you guys hear me. Can you guys hear me? I wonder if you guys hear me. Can you guys hear me? I wonder if you guys hear me. Can you guys hear me? I'm a bit quiet. Hold on, guys. I don't know what's going on. I feel like every time I do this, something always screws up. Something always happens. I feel like every time I do this, and do you guys something desktop audio? That's on. That's why. That's why. All right. Always something always happens, dude. Very hard to hear. Yeah. See, because it says here that there's 0 people in the chat right now. Yeah, what's going on, guys? It says it's like 0 people in the chat right now, but you guys are obviously in the chat, so it doesn't make any sense. That's why I hate streaming on YouTube sometimes, guys. I hate doing it. I love talking to you guys, but it's so annoying. I'm gonna take my camera off now as I don't look as confused anymore. What's going on, guys? What is going on? Every time I go live, I'm telling you, I can never have a smooth entrance into this. I tried going live like a half an hour ago. There were some of you guys in the chat, but then I had to end the stream because I forgot to put my Ethernet cable in, and that helps my connection. So I didn't want my Ethernet cable to, like, you know, crap out. But I didn't want my connection to crap out without the Ethernet cable, without wired connection. Not that it makes a huge difference, but I'm the only mod in the chat. Yes, sir. I gotta give Kristen Noor a mod. Kristen Noor deserves a mod. But make sure you guys hit that like button for me. It helps me out a lot. And I don't know if we're going to be taking calls today, guys. But for sure, we're going to be talking some Giants football. I don't know, because I don't know if my computer can handle it. For some reason, that video you guys saw today was edited today. And my computer was just having a whole bunch of problems, just freezing up and things like that. And I'm not sure if my computer's okay today, so I think it needs a little time to rest. So the Skype really kills it. But yeah, guys, we have some crazy news today, and maybe we'll take callers. Maybe if things go right, if we get a lot of people in here. So make sure you guys share it. Tell everybody that I'm live right now, because even though not a lot of people got the notification that I'm live right now, because I kind of wasted the notification on a live that didn't work out. Thank you. Remind to give you one when I stream something. No problem, man. No problem. You deserve it, Kristen. Or you're always in the chat, and you're hilarious, bro. You are hilarious. But we have some things to talk about, guys. We've got some news in the Giants world, as you know, there's not much Giants news going around lately. So anything, the whole Odell thing. First, let's tackle that real quick. You're gonna answer questions today. Type it in if you want to. Yeah, I'll answer as much questions as you guys want. Keep the chat rolling. And I'll answer your question. But as far as Odell goes, listen, man, you guys aren't gonna like this. I know a lot of you guys are probably not gonna like this, but yes, what he said was distasteful. What he said was disrespectful. What he said was unprofessional. But what he said was true, and we're talking about Odell Beckham. What Odell Beckham said was true. you know, and that's pretty much all I'm going to say on that. I'm not going to defend the guy anymore. I'm just going to leave it at, I'm happy he's not a Giant anymore. I'm happy Saquon Barkley is our leader now. I'm happy Saquon Barkley will be the one giving us our primetime games. I'm happy we have Saquon Barkley now instead of Odell Beckham. So that's what I got to say about that. That's pretty much where I'm going to leave it at. If I do open up the phone lines, if we get some more people in here, we only have 8 people watching right now. If we get some more people in here, then maybe I'll open up the phone lines and we'll talk. Just because I don't want to bore people to death. So, yeah, maybe we'll talk more about Odell Beckham, but I don't really want to talk too much about Odell Beckham right now. I do want to talk about Trey Boston and Jonathan Cyprien. Now, you guys saw my videos. I'm pretty sure you guys saw my videos on Trey Boston and Jonathan Cyprien. Stupid ESPN, man. ESPN sent me a notification saying that Jonathan Cyprien was visiting the New York Giants facility and not Trey Boston, that it wasn't both of them, it was just Jonathan Cyprien. And so that's what I made a video on. I got it on the notification, and I immediately just jumped on the camera. I made a video. Did not say anything about Trey Boston. But then I had to make a video like 5 minutes after anyway on Trey Boston. But I do want to get you guys' thoughts on it. Everybody wants Trey Boston, and I could see that. I'm okay with it. If we get him, trust me, I'm not against it. And I know Jonathan Cyprien is probably not the better player. He's probably not the better player, but he's better for our scheme fit. If we have Jonathan Cyprien here, then we have a true box safety. Now, with Jabril Peppers, yes, he can play box safety, but the thing is with Jabril Peppers, I want him everywhere on the field. I want Jabril Peppers to be everywhere. The thing is, with the inside linebacking core that we have right now, you know, Alec Ogletree, BJ Goodson, Ryan Connolly, Tay Davis, it's not a fantastic inside linebacking core. So if you add a Jonathan Cyprien in there, who is a box safety to, you know, linebacker that plays a linebacker role, if you add Jonathan Cyprien in there, he can play that linebacker role, and he can kind of substitute for the lack of talent there in the inside linebacking core. Now, the Los Angeles Chargers have been successful with running 3 safety systems. You look at, I think Trey Boston was one of them. Trey Boston, Jalil Adai, and Derwin James. Correct me if I'm wrong, if that was the correct trio, or if it was a different trio. I'm not sure. But I mean, that safety core in Los Angeles was fantastic. So that being said, also Desmond King who played some safety as well as cornerback. So maybe we could try to replicate that with Jonathan Cyprien there. Jason Verrett, close enough. Jason Verrett's a cornerback, my friend. He's a cornerback. Jason, Trey, Boston, and Adai. No, Jason Verrett is a cornerback. Talking about the 3 safeties. They had 3 safeties there. There was Jalil Adai, and Adrian Phillips. It was Jalil Adai, Adrian Phillips, and Derwin James. Those 3 guys were successful last year. Not Trey Boston. And Trey Boston used to be with Los Angeles, but now I think most recently he was with Arizona. So, Chris Senor, isn't the Chargers your team? How am I telling you about your team? Chris Senor, Christopher, what's wrong with you, man? Come on, tighten up here, Chris. You use that wrench. Tighten up here, Chris. Come on. But yeah, I do want to get you guys' opinion on it. Yokibu, sorry I haven't heard in a minute lately. Oh yeah, I know, man. I know there's a lot of different time zones going on. I apologize about that, guys. I can only do what's best for my time zone. But I appreciate you joining in, you man. I could tell people about their baseball teams. Yeah, right. I could tell. Listen, there are a bunch of fans that are not Giants fans. I could tell more about their team than they can. But that's neither here or there. I'm just teasing you, Chris Senor. I'm just teasing you, buddy. But that's the reason why I want Jonathan Cyprien over Trey Boston. Now, like I said, if we grab up Trey Boston, I'll be completely okay with it. He's a free safety that's also a hard hitter and good in coverage. He's pretty much a very versatile safety, which is, you know, what we already have as a common theme with the Giants already. You know, Antoine Bethea and Jabril Peppers are both versatile safeties. Like you could throw at free safety, you can throw at strong safety, and adding Trey Boston, you can pretty much, you know, have a carousel between those 3 guys, just rotate those three guys everywhere on the field, and that would be a good option. I'm kind of convincing myself right now that Trey Boston may be the better guy. But I wouldn't be mad with both signings. You're going to get them at dirt cheap prices. A lot of people are saying it depends on how much they want. Listen, at this point in free agency, it's not about how much they want. Those aren't even in contract talks. The agent has no say in what the player wants because of how long it's been. We're already at the end of July heading into August. You telling me that we're going to be having contract talks on how much these players are going to get paid? It's not like anybody else is calling them. They're about to start the season without these players. I cannot believe we're about to start a season without Trey Boston. I cannot believe we're about to start a season without Trey Boston. I really can't. Trey Boston is a extremely underrated player. Jonathan Cyprien, I could understand that he may have a year off because he's coming off an ACL injury, but it seems like constantly, every time Trey Boston is on free agency, he's always signed extremely late. He was signed extremely late by the Arizona Cardinals, wound up being their MVP last year on defense, and you're telling me that this guy, we're heading into the beginning of August and he's still yet to be signed. He's visiting the Giants. He also had I think it was Jonathan Cyprien that had a visit with the Colts. So don't know there. I don't know what's going on there. Let's read the chat. I thought you said best backfield players. Yeah, it's Phillip, Boston, Adai. Phillips also played linebacker. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That 3 linebacker system where one linebacker kind of comes in as a sub, one safety comes in as a sub linebacker. If we get Trey, do you think he will play free safety or Antoine Bethea? As of right now, let me tell you what I think right now. Now, nobody even knows where Jabril Peppers and Antoine Bethea are playing because they both play both positions. So nobody knows what they're going to do there. But here's my theory. I'm thinking Antoine Bethea is going to be the guy at free safety and Jabril Peppers is strong safety. I know I said in my safeties preview, I think I said that in my safeties preview, that I think Jabril Peppers will play the free and Antoine Bethea will play the strong. I'm still torn on where I think they're going to go, but I think the best thing right now is to have Jabril Peppers at the strong and Antoine Bethea at the free. Now, that can backfire, being that Antoine Bethea, I'm sure, at 35 years old, does not have the same speed that Jabril Peppers has, so he's not going to be able to drop back deep in coverage, and he's going to have the same problems that Landon Collins might have had. But I think Jabril Peppers will be fine at strong safety. I think Antoine Bethea will hold up at free safety. He's obviously been playing it for a couple years. He knows what he's doing. So, and then if you add Trey Boston in there, that's going to be the question. See, where are we going to put Trey Boston? Now, I think Trey Boston is a free safety. I don't think in any way, shape, or form he's a strong safety. I don't really imagine him as being one of those bigger, strong safeties that play the box. I think he's a free safety that can play the box, like how Jabril Peppers would have been if he played free safety. He's a free safety that can go in the box, and you can have some misdirection type thing where you can try to confuse the offense of who's the box safety, who's the free safety, because they all play the same position. They all can rotate between that. But if we get Trey Boston, I can't imagine him playing strong safety or a box safety type role. He's going to be playing the free. He's going to be dropping back in coverage, and that's going to allow Antoine Bethea and Jabril Peppers to stay closer to the line of scrimmage and play those type of linebacker safety roles. More so Jabril Peppers. I think Antoine Bethea will kind of be in the middle range. If there's 3 safeties on the field and we run a cover 2, it's going to be Antoine Bethea and Trey Boston to drop back, and Jabril Peppers will be the one in the box, and that, and vice versa as well. You could put him anywhere, really. I feel like that's gonna be he's gonna be good. Make videos on Madden. I will once Madden 20 comes out. Now listen, I've been trust me, I was a huge Madden Ultimate Team fanatic. Okay, I would go on every single day and play Madden Ultimate Team, build my team up, all that jazz, and I used to compete in Madden. Very minor competing in Madden, like it was for money, but I dropped out because I never had the time to like sell my soul to Madden. But I will be making Madden content when it comes out. It's just not going to be heavy as much as people think. Just because I used to post Madden on here, it wasn't very popular. Then again, that was before I even had 1,000 subs, but still wasn't very popular for my demographic, and also, I don't know how much I can stretch out on that because I don't know if anybody's going to be interested in watching it. Do you guys, do you want Giants to trade for Jadeveon Clowney? Because we may not have a chance to sign him next year because he can get traded on a team and get a new contract. here's the thing: if we trade for Jadeveon Clowney, we're gonna have to give up a first round pick or even two, just because the edge rush position is so important and it's such a vital position. And it's like everybody trades high, trades very good price for the edge rush position. I can't even speak today. I can't speak today, Billie Jean. All right, but as far as Jadeveon Clowney goes, if we trade for him, we're gonna have to give up a hefty amount of picks, and I'm not really looking. We're on such a good track right now. I don't want us to mess it up. Yes, Dave Gettleman had done some stupid things. I'm still not on board completely with Daniel Jones. I'm fully behind Daniel Jones. I'm just not fully sold on that being the right pick yet. But we're almost there, man. We can be one of those teams that actually are successful in rebuilding their teams. Like you look at the Cleveland Browns for how long, like this is the first year we're actually talking about the Cleveland Browns being good. The first year since what, 1990 something? When was the last time we've heard about the Cleveland Browns being good? Okay, they've been rebuilding for 20 years now. The Giants have been rebuilding for 2 seasons. How about we rebuild for 2 seasons and we actually make the playoffs the next season? You know, I want to be one of those successful franchises. If we trade for Jadeveon Clowney and he does not work out, that's a first-round pick, potentially 2 first-round picks, and even a second first-round pick that we wasted because we wanted to rush and get Jadeveon Clowney. Let's wait until the process, goes on. Let's go with the flow for now. And listen, I don't think Jadeveon Clowney is going to reach a deal with the Texans before the season starts or during the season, or I don't even think they're going to trade him. I think they're going to, because listen, they're in win now mode. A team that's in win now mode like Jadeveon, like the Texans right now, are not going to trade Jadeveon Clowney because they feel like they can win the AFC South, and once the AFC South has been won, it's only up from there. As far as what they can do, they've competed with the Patriots in the past. They've competed not really with the Kansas City Chiefs, but they kind of have a little rivalry going around with the Kansas City Chiefs. But they're very successful as far as being able to make it to the playoffs. They need all the players they can get with Jadeveon Clowney, so they're not going to trade Jadeveon Clowney before the season ends. So we'll still have a chance at him then. Now, if they decide to re-sign him, that's going to be the issue. But the Giants just have to be a smart organization and make an offer at Jadeveon Clowney before the Texans do by the season's end. Once free agency begins, then that's when you have to have those. You have to pick up that phone as soon as the clock hits 0. You pick up the phone and you call. You reading that chat is way better than you talking about to the people who call you. Well, I don't think I'm going to do the calls today, guys, especially because I don't even know how long I'm going to be on. And my computer, I don't want it to crash. Don't want it to crash right now. But thank you guys for being in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button as well. It helps me out a lot. Helps out the algorithm. Helps me get recommended to other channels. I appreciate that, Turtho. Turtho, I was going to give you a wrench, man, because you've been in a bunch of chats lately. You've been in it for a long time. More recently for couple months now, but thanks, man. You have been moderated, man. You are now a moderator. But any other things you guys want to talk about, let's talk about it now. Sorry, there's people yelling out of my apartment building. But as far as Daniel Jones not being signed, I don't know, man. What's going on with Daniel Jones not being signed right now, man? I don't really know what the issue is with DJ, but he's gonna play. I mean, he's gonna be a New York Giant. It's just what's going on right now. Daniel Jones should be even lucky he got drafted 6th overall. He should even be lucky with that. You're welcome, Kilo, anytime. Yeah, man. Can you see Dak, Zeke, Amari getting new contracts? Yes, but with new teams. The only person I see staying there is Dak. Because, I'll tell you right now, man. Oh, my God. $36 million. You want to pay Dak Prescott $36? You want to make Dak Prescott the most highest paid player in NFL history? Do you really want to do that? Now, everybody was complaining about Matt Ryan. Everybody's complaining about Matt Stafford. A lot of these other players. Dak Prescott? You want to pay Dak Prescott $36 million, and then you want to sign Tank Lawrence to $19 million a year? You're talking about 2-year players taking up $60 million in cap? Two 2? No way, Jose. No way. Dak Prescott may get signed for $36 million. If that happens, that is going to kill the quarterback market. Oh my God, is that going to kill the quarterback market? Oh my Lord. That is going to kill the quarterback market. Dak's not going to be cut. Listen, I want Dak Prescott to be the franchise quarterback for the Giants. Oh my God, never. I want Dak Prescott to be the franchise quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys for years and years and years. If you want to sign him, $36 million, that's fine. It may affect our quarterback contracts in the future, being that if Daniel Jones is really the guy, and if Daniel Jones ends up being, somewhat better than a little better than Kirk Cousins, like I project him to be, I project him to be a little bit better than Kirk Cousins, he's going to demand a huge contract. So, with Dak Prescott with that $36 million, yes, Giants fans may want that because we want to screw the Dallas Cowboys franchise, but it's going to affect our future as well. It's going to reset the whole market. Can you see the Cowboys trading Dak to the Titans for Marcus Mariota in a second? No. If Dak Prescott becomes a Titan, and let's just say that Dak Prescott becomes a Titan somehow, right? They trade him to the Titans. I think they trade the Titans let go of Marcus Mariota because this is his contract year. They let go of Marcus Mariota, do not re-sign him, trade for Dak Prescott, acquire Dak Prescott, and the Cowboys are going to be left without a quarterback, and that's when they get Trevor Lawrence in about 2 years. He's not coming out this draft. He'll come out in next draft. What do you think about us getting Trevor Lawrence? It's funny how you just mentioned Trevor Lawrence, and I just mentioned Trevor Lawrence. What do you think about us getting Trevor Lawrence? People are saying we might get him. No, we're not getting Trevor Lawrence. Here's the thing. Trevor Lawrence is my guy. He is my favorite player in the college football right now. He's not my favorite team, but he's my favorite player right now, Trevor Lawrence. He is just a beast. If we didn't have Daniel Jones, I would be protesting. I would be, listen, I don't care if we go 0-16 the next 2 years. I want Trevor Lawrence, bro. This guy, Trevor freaking Lawrence. I have no words. You can talk about Tua. You talk about Tua all you want. Trevor Lawrence is going to be better than, not only is he going to be a better college quarterback, he's going to be a better NFL quarterback. Trevor Lawrence has all the potential in the freaking world. Whoever acquires Trevor Lawrence, and let's look now at who can potentially acquire it. Because if you look at the NFL right now, let's talk about the NFL right now and who needs a quarterback. Who desperately needs a quarterback? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, okay, Tampa Bay. Who else? Maybe if San Fran decides to back out from Jimmy Garoppolo, if Jimmy Garoppolo never turns out, and they have to just cut their losses because he's just either not good or always hurt. The Raiders are one. The Bengals. Okay, those 4 teams. Who else? The Saints maybe the Saints re-signed Teddy Bridgewater. And that's a long shot. You don't even know if those teams are actually going to go for a quarterback in the next 2 years. You think about it, there's going to be one of these teams, man. Now, the Steelers have the other dude, the Ben Roethlisberger, 2.0 over there. Woo! That Aquafina hits right, man. Woo! Patriots, oh my God, man. Muzz. Bro, if the Patriots, the Finns got Josh Rosen. I think he's going to be fine over there. If they rebuild with him, if they give him time to develop, unlike the Arizona Cardinals. The Patriots, if they get Trevor Lawrence, dude, it's over. It's over. I will die in my 70s with the Patriots still being a dynasty. I will die if the Patriots get Trevor Lawrence, which, oh my God, that scares me to death. Because here I am talking about making that video saying that we should embrace dynasties, but I will hate my life for the next 40 years knowing that Trevor Lawrence is a franchise quarterback, and then we're just gonna get a dynasty like franchise quarterback that is going to dominate the NFL for the next 20 years, and then the next quarterback shows up. Oh my God, there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell that the Patriots can strike gold twice in the span of 2 years, man. No way in hell. That scares me already, man. Sorry to kill anybody mood, but if we could get Trevor, sorry, but Trevor won't be coming to New York Jets. Don't say that, yeah, man. Don't say that, man. I swear the Patriots gonna get a good. Yeah, man. That scares me, man. That scares me now. You guys are giving me nightmares. Think about it. Think about it. The 2000 NFL draft, right? That's where Tom Brady comes from, the 2000 NFL draft, or 1999. Something like that. The 2000 NFL draft, I believe so. They strike gold with Tom Brady, right? 6th round pick. Who the hell would have thought? Let me put this camera down. We're talking serious. We're talking serious now. Who the hell would have thought Tom Brady would be the best quarterback to ever live? And then 21 years later, you get this guy named Trevor Lawrence, who might be the best prospect in college football history to come out in the draft. And who would have thought it would be the freaking New England Patriots to get Trevor Lawrence? To have the best quarterback in NFL history train up the best quarterback prospect in college football history. Jesus, I will. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, I love Eli. Trust me, I love Eli. I love Eli. And I'm behind Daniel Jones. But you can't tell me that Eli and Daniel Jones is a better. You would keep that over Tom Brady and Trevor Lawrence. You can't. You can't tell me. Patriot fans will never know the feeling of what it's like to lose. They'll never know the freaking feeling, dude. They'll never know the feeling. Jesus. How do you get that tool next to your name? Kid Blue has to click on your. Yes, I have to give you as a moderator. Moose, I know you've been in the lives often lately, but I don't just give it to everybody. You have to be in the chats often. Because I don't just want to have everybody being a moderator. Then there's no point of even being a moderator. That's like, having a bunch of kings and there's no one to rule over. And I'm not saying you guys are. Let me just stop what I'm saying there, okay? But I'm just saying that you just gotta be in more chats, be more interactive and stuff like that. That's when you will get the stamp of approval, the wrench. Man, but imagine if Bill was our next coach after Bill Parcells. Oh, look, that's when my notification shows up that I'm live. Now everybody's gonna be coming up. What's going on, guys? Freaking YouTube. You know how it goes. 6 o'clock. When I put it for 5:30, what the hell, YouTube? Whatever. It's okay. Better late than never, you guys. Better late than never. Well, welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Jesus, I freaking hate YouTube, man. I freaking hate YouTube. What's going on, James? James Hardison, what's going on, my friend? The thing is, Patriots don't draft good quarterbacks. They draft bad quarterbacks and make them good. I'm not sure about that point because Jimmy Garoppolo was... Here's the thing. They draft sleeper quarterbacks. They draft guys who you wouldn't think are going to be much in the NFL but have potential. You look at Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo had potential but still went in the second round. Nobody really talked about him as being one of the best quarterbacks in the draft, but they talked about him in the draft. You look at that, then you look at this Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett was another sleeper guy that could have been a 4th round, 5th round prospect. I think they drafted him in the... When did they draft Jacoby Brissett? Somebody let me know. Somebody will do that research. But that being said, and then I don't know who else they drafted. They drafted this guy, or they got this guy undrafted. Brian Hoyer. Was he undrafted or was he drafted? I don't know, but they get a lot of quarterbacks. They get a lot of quarterbacks to come by there. You look at the other guy who went to the Texans, not Hoyer, the other dude. Ryan Mallett as well. I don't know if they drafted him, but they get a bunch of quarterbacks that wind up doing something in the NFL. That's why it was so intriguing that there were eyes on that The New England Patriots had eyes on Josh Rosen. That's why everybody thinks Josh Rosen is the next great quarterback, because the New England Patriots were involved in wanting Rosen. That's why everybody wonders why, Tampa Bay, Josh Rosen was talked about. Let's see. Do you still think Daniel Jones would have been there at 17? No, I don't think so, because I don't think Denver would have traded down if Daniel Jones was. I think Daniel Jones would have been taken at 10. I really do think so. I think Denver panicked. I think Denver was like, damn it, our guy is gone. Let's move back and let's get this inside linebacker, and we'll worry about Drew Lock. Because, listen, Drew Lock was not their number one guy. They didn't know Drew Lock was going to go in the second round. Who knew Drew Lock was going to go in the second round? So, Drew Lock was not their guy they were set on. How would the Giants look today if Bill was coach? It would look just like how the Patriots would have looked, man. Just like how the Patriots. Brissett, 3rd round, 2016. Yep. The Bucs and Bengals are two teams that nobody really talks about in a daily basis. Well, nobody really needs to talk about the Bucs. Well, what's so special about the Bucs right now? Yes, they had a pretty good offense last year. It's not going to be the same this year. They lost to Sean Jackson. The quarterback situation is absolutely horrendous. I don't know where is Ryan Fitzpatrick still a Tampa Bay Buck? Or did he move on to another team? I think he moved on to another team, did he? Somebody let me know. You guys are my researchers. Let me know. Let me know where Ryan Fitzpatrick went. I usually know all about this stuff, but I'm kind of having, brain farts right now. But the Tampa Bay Bucs and Cincinnati Bengals, I mean, there's nothing much to talk about. I mean, with the Cincinnati Bengals, their defense is in shambles right now. I mean, your best player are older players. You don't have Vontaze Burfict anymore, so he's not, your star attraction anymore for the wrong reasons. Your best player on defense, William Jackson, maybe, but not looking good. On offense, it's obviously Joe Mixon, and then Andy Dalton is Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, right? He moved on. Ryan in Miami. Ryan Fitzpatrick and Josh Rosen. Listen, Ryan Fitzpatrick's gonna get some starting time. Listen, wherever Ryan Fitzpatrick goes, you look at the guy's been on almost every single Giants. The guy's been on almost every single team in the NFL. I'm telling you, the dude's been on like 10 teams. He started at least one game for every single team. So he's going to start for the Miami Dolphins. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Josh Rosen's going to have a game. Yeah, Fitzmagic. He's going to get that Fitzmagic going. Josh Rosen's going to have a game. It maybe even be the first game of the season where he throws like 2 interceptions and everybody's just like, Ryan Fitzmagic, save us. The beard, save us. Do you think the Giants should sign Dez Bryant or Crabtree? I think our wide receiver core is a little too crowded right now. If we do sign one of them, I would say, towards the middle of the season. I kind of want to let our guys develop right now because it's just getting too crowded. It's just getting way too crowded. And I know there's that, it's never a bad thing. You can never have too much talent. But yeah, you may stunt the growth of a lot of these players. Like Corey Coleman, I think has a lot of potential. If we sign a guy like Dez Bryant, where he's not going to get a lot of playing time because, Corey Coleman is going to get his reps by himself because Sterling Shepard and Golden Tate are like him. They're smaller slot receivers, and they're going to be on the field all the time. So if you add Dez Bryant in there, who's going to take one of those spots, you'll never see Corey Coleman on the field because Sterling Shepard and Golden Tate aren't going to, give up any reps. So, letting Corey Coleman develop, letting Darius Slayton develop is very vital. I don't think we should sign these guys yet, but if we do have a really, really big problem with our wide receiving core, because it's not like we're going to compete for the playoffs, maybe, but it's not like we're going to compete for the playoffs, but there's 2 situations we may sign one of those guys, right? There's 2 situations. Either our wide receiver core is just doing extremely terrible, and the front office needs to make a decision. We're losing fans. We're not making good revenue as far as seating goes and attendance. We need something to spark up this this team. So they're gonna sign Dez Bryant. They're gonna sign Michael Crabtree, and that's gonna happen. We're doing really terribly on offense. The other situation I could see us signing one of those guys is if we're doing extremely well, like we're playoff bound and we have some cap left over. Then we sign a Des Bryant or Michael Crabtree to add that third element in there, to have a red zone target, a big red zone target, a 50-50 ball target. For the play, getting ready for the playoffs, getting ready for the Super Bowl, like teams that get ready for the Super Bowl always do. They always search through the free agent list, see who's available, and that's what they do. So that's the only two situations I could see the Giants going after one of those guys. Besides that, no. What happened to the corner who retired in the middle of the game? Oh, Vontae Davis, who is Vernon Davis's brother. That's hilarious. That tells you how fed up players are. Listen, not every player is going to do that because obviously it's their livelihood. But Vontae Davis was having his injury problems, and he's been a pretty good corner over the years, just had a lot of injury problems. That dude just hated losing. Now, he was with the Colts back when the Colts weren't too good, but no, he was with the Miami Dolphins. Then he was with the Colts, and the Colts were okay, with Andrew Luck there and everything, but they weren't really Super Bowl favorites. You knew Andrew Luck was developing, but the Colts weren't fantastic either. Then he goes to the Buffalo Bills. What do you think is gonna happen, man? Of course y'all gonna lose. Of course y'all are gonna lose. And yes, Josh Allen was that. No, it wasn't Josh Allen. Nathan Peterman. Oh my God, Nathan Peterman, the infamous Nathan Peterman. Let's send him to the Pro Bowl next year, man. Let's really do it. But yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know why we haven't signed Barry yet. He's a better safety than Trey Boston. Barry is getting up there in age. Not only that, his production hasn't been the same since his unfortunate cancer situation. He hasn't been the same player since. Yes, he's been a decent player since, but it's not worth the risk. His injury issues are too severe. Anything could really trigger him. On top of that, if we give the guy, I'm sure he wants big money. He's still 30 years old. He's going to want big money. We don't know if, it's unfortunate, but we don't know if his cancer is going to, resurface or anything, then he has to miss time again. The Giants are in rebuilding mode. They want the youngest players they can salvage. That's why they want to go after Trey Boston. But it confuses me, man. It really does. What was the reason why we did not sign Trey Boston? Instead, we signed Antoine Bethea. It doesn't make any sense. We shouldn't have signed Antoine Bethea. He should have been. We should have signed Trey Boston instead. Trey Boston has been linked to the Giants for years now. Everybody's been talking about Trey Boston possibly coming with the Giants for at least 3 years now because Trey Boston's constantly on the free agent market, and the Giants constantly need safeties. Okay, Kid Blue, stop saying the Giants are not going to win a lot of games. Trust me, we are. I hate the people who predicted the Giants games and said we only going to win 5 games. We go 11-5. Watch. Listen, just because I wear this blue does not mean I only see blue, okay? I'm as realistic as it gets. Now, the me when I was like 16 years old, when I was 15 years old, I know I still look 16 and 15. That's besides the point, all right? When I was 15, 16 years old, I was extremely on board with the Giants. Every time I made a prediction video, I was like, the Giants are going to go 11-5. They're going to go 9-7. They're going to go 10-6, win the division and make the playoffs, make the divisional. And they've always let me down. So I'm just going to see blue now. I'm not going to see blue now. I'm just going to look at the grand spectrum of things. Our roster isn't great. It's fine. It's not great. I think it's a little underrated, but it's not great. And our schedule is easy. Yes, it's in our favor, but then again, still. I don't think we're gonna just win 5 games. I think we may win 7 games, 7 to 8 games. I think that's our ceiling. I really can't give a big estimate. I can't be like, oh, we could win anywhere from 6 to 10 games. No, I can't see that whatsoever. I literally see 7 to 8 games. I cannot see over. I cannot see under. 7 to 8 games. If you want me to put my money on it, I'm gonna say 7 games. But Do not get me wrong. 7 games is not a bad thing. Why does everybody think that we need to win, go to the playoffs and win the Super Bowl for us to have a successful year? We are rebuilding, and I know we're not used to that because as Giants fans, we're used to being spoiled and us being a decent team, if not a great team, making the Super Bowl, making the playoffs, things like that, being one of the teams in the conversation to making those types of achievements. But we are now in the position, unfortunately, where we're in that Tampa Bay stage, we're in that Cleveland Brown stage, we're in that Arizona Cardinals stage, where we need to start rebuilding and fighting our way back to greatness, like the Jacksonville Jaguars did a couple years ago. But they had, they had a down year last year. But as far as the New York Giants goes, listen, we're at the bottom. We're at the bottom. You guys have to understand that. You guys gotta take your blue glasses off. Your shades, your dark shaded blue glasses. Take them off and look at the real world, okay? The Giants are rebuilding. We shouldn't be talked about as one of the best teams in the NFL. We shouldn't be talked about in the conversation for making the wild card, okay? We shouldn't be talked about that in any way, shape, or form, because if you look at any of the wild card projections right now, or who's going to make the wild card, you look at the NFC South right now. Obviously, they have 3 good teams there in the NFC South. The New Orleans Saints obviously is going to make the playoffs, but you still have the question of the Atlanta Falcons and Carolina Panthers. That's 2 wild card candidates right there. Let's go into the NFC East, our division. The Cowboys, I think the Cowboys, whether it's the Cowboys or Eagles, they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to win a division. One of them is not going to make the not going to win a division and make the playoffs for sure. Somebody out of the NFC East, 2 teams out of the NFC East are going out. So let's put another team in there, whether that's the Eagles or Cowboys. Then you move on to the NFC North. You have the Detroit Lions, who look a lot better than last year. I'll tell you that right now. Look at their roster. Look at their schedule. A lot better than last year. Okay, you have the Detroit Lions. Next in the NFC South, you have the Chicago Bears, who may even win the division. But if they don't, the Green Bay Packers will. That's 5 wild card candidates right there. Okay, we look out to the NFC West. Okay, Seattle Seahawks. The Rams are going to win the division. The Seattle Seahawks. And then the San Francisco 49ers. Those are 7 teams that are better than us that can make the wild card. 7 teams. And the wild card only takes 2 spots. So 1, 2, that's 5 teams that we're under. We are not making the wild card. We are not making the playoffs. Okay? I will have the hope. Trust me, I don't care who. A lot of people are going to spin what I say out of control. I don't care, whether it's a video maker or it's a fan or it's a supporter or a typer or whatever. A lot of you guys are going to spin it out of control and probably hate me for this. I'm just saying the truth. Trust me, I will go into every game, every single time I turn on the Giants game and I announce those games, because I'm going to be doing that this season. I'm going to be calling these games. I'm going to want the Giants to win. I'm going to have that passion. I'm going to be screaming at the TV, but I'm not going to expect it. Okay, I'm not going to go into the season and say, listen, I don't know about you, but the Giants looking pretty good right now. The Giants may even win a division. I'm just going to call it out there. It's not going to happen. It's better to be realistic. It's much more satisfying not expecting something, but then getting something great. When you're not expecting something great, but you get it, right? But what happens when you expect something and you're let down? How many times? It's like Giants fans aren't getting it through their head. How many times have we been let down, guys, since 2013? How many times? Well, we had 1 good season since 2013. It's been 7 years. And you're telling me this is the year the Giants are going to turn it around? Every single year, everybody's telling me the Giants are going to turn it around. Every single year. Stop. You never know what will happen. I get that. Ghost Tricks. I get that. That's why I'm going to have the passion when I see these games. That's why I'm still going to be rooting for my team to win. I will always root for my team to win. And I will never bring down my team. But listen. When you have a child that is, let's say your child plays football, right? Let's say your child plays football. And your child is not that great at football. And are you as a parent? And let's go to old school parenting, okay? Let's not talk about these, oh my God, you participated even though you came in last place, here's a gold medal. No, okay? We don't do that. That's not what we're about, okay? If my son is not good at football, I'm going to tell him, not gonna spit at him and say you suck or anything like that. But I'm gonna tell him, listen, you better get in that training room. You better get better than everybody else because quite frankly, you're not the best right now. You're not the best. You better get better. You better start training, start taking time, get with reality and get better. When you tell someone, when you tell someone they are good when they're not actually good, they're going to keep doing what they've been doing. Okay, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and thinking something's going to change or something like that, right? Some BS like that. Okay? You don't tell somebody they're doing good when they're not doing good because that will never inspire change. It's never going to motivate that person to do better. How many stories do we see of the underdog, right? When you have an underdog, why are they an underdog? Why are they an underdog? Somebody let me know in the comments. Why are they an underdog? Because people rag on them. People tell them they're not good enough. People tell them they'll never amount to anything, right? That's how underdogs are made, and that's how underdogs get better. If you pretend that the Giants are gonna be great every year, and you don't show, especially as a media, as a fan, that you don't show that, listen, something needs to change in the Giants organization, they'll never change. They'll never change. Okay? If you constantly go to the Transformer movies, I'm a huge Transformer fan. Huge Transformer fan. Okay? I made this mistake because I was a child, obviously. I went to every Transformer movie. But the Transformer movie were garbage. They're garbage. But if you keep giving your money, they're never going to change. If you don't give them criticism, they're never going to change. Okay? That's a little food for thought for you guys. I'm trying to change your mindset because I'm tired of everybody coming in my comment section and be like, listen, the Giants, you just never know. The Giants are great. The Giants are going to go 11-5. I'm put my money on it. Let's bet. This is going to be the year. No, you got to come to reality. Come back down to earth. I don't mind you hoping the Giants go 11-5. I don't mind you hoping. I wish the Giants go 11-5. I hope the Giants go 11-5. But let's stick with reality. Let's talk about it how it is. I hate coming down. Trust me, guys. And this is not with you guys, okay? I've talked to real Giants fans face to face. And we sit down and we're like, yo, so how about the Giants right now? Bro, come on. We got the division. We got the division on lock. Look at the Eagles. Look at the Dallas Cowboys. We got the division on lock. And the Redskins, they ain't nothing. When have we had the division on lock? When did we even win the division? Where are you Bro, I'm out. I'm just, why can't we just have a simple conversation on how we can make the Giants better? What needs to change in the Giants organization? I don't want to talk about fantasy. I'm not here to talk about fantasy. I'm not talking about fantasy football. I'm talking about fantasy like, ooh, the Giants winning a Super Bowl. Let's talk about that. How would that happen? Oh, man. Saquon Barkley's going to have 3,000 yards rushing. Eli Manning's going to have 6,000 yards passing. And the defense aren't going to allow anybody. They're going to allow 20 yards per game. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't think like that because you will be let down 9 times out of 10. You'll be let down 9 times out of 10. You have to think realistically. Now, if you want to talk about how the Giants could be better, let's talk about that. But I don't want to hear you guys in the comment section talking about it's a fact. It's a fact. Eli Manning's going to have his career year next year. It's a fact. Saquon Barkley is going to have 3,000 yards from scrimmage next year. It's a fact. Lorenzo Carter is going to have 19.5 sacks next year. It's a fact. You can bank on it when in your heart you know that's not going to happen. Come on, man. But that's my little mini rant, guys. That's my little mini rant. I'm sorry. And I didn't mean to offend anybody. If you guys, listen, I don't mean who started this conversation. The conversation started with everybody talking about how the Giants are going to be fantabulous next year. That the real question is, how much of a Transformer fan are you due to Megan Fox was in that? It wasn't about Megan Fox, dude. I was like, how old was I when Transformers 1 came out? It was 2007. I was 10 years old. I wasn't going for Megan Fox. I mean, I thought she was hot, but I wasn't going for Megan Fox. I was going for Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. You know, those iconic characters. And, you know, I didn't really pay attention to plot. I didn't pay attention to plot when it comes to Transformers. But now I go back and watch the movies, and I'm like, why the hell are they chasing after this one artifact that nobody ever heard of until the movie happened in every single movie? Every single movie they're chasing after an artifact. What the hell? What the hell? That's not what Transformers is about. It's about Energon. But let's not even talk about that. We're talking about football. But we can't sit here and pretend every time the Giants came on, everyone was... Wait, hold on. Every time the Giants came on, everyone was watching for the Giants rather than Odell. Well, that's not the Ghost Tricks. Everyone besides Giants fans were watching because of Odell. That's why we had those primetime games. That's why I was saying that Odell was right. I thought it was bad that he said it. It was so stupid and unprofessional and distasteful, and it's not gonna help his career out whatsoever. But it's true. I mean, non-Giants fans tuned in to primetime games for Odell Beckham Jr. You know, Giants fans, of course, we tuned in for the whole team. You know, I'd say we tuned in for the whole team. I don't think I've ever, and I'm being extremely truthful with you guys. I don't think I've ever tuned in to a Giants game, primetime or not, and say I can't wait to see what Odell's gonna do. I've never tuned into a Giants game and thought that. So Odell Beckham's wrong for that, because I don't know if he was talking about the fans. I think he was talking about NFL fans as a general. But if he was talking about Giants fans, he's totally out of the loop, because we see more than, you know, bleached cheese doodle hair. Okay, we see more than bleached, you know, Cheeto hair. So that white cheddar Cheeto hair. We see more than that. We see, you know, Giants blue. We see that royal blue. You know, we see all the other players. When I go into a Giants game, I'm looking for everybody. Not only Odell Beckham. I'm looking at Eli Manning. Yeah, is Eli going to bounce back? Is Eli going to have a career game? Is he going to throw 5 interceptions like he does every season? You know, is the defense going to hold up against this wide receiver? You know, are we going to have more than 1 sack in this game? You know, that's why I tune into games. All right, Moose. I'll see you later, man. Appreciate you joining in, my friend. Who is the best Giants cornerback in the last 10 years? Who is the best Giants cornerback in the last 10 years? So 10 years ago, you're talking about 2009. 2009. I think Corey Webster's best years were behind him by 2009. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Right? He was still. It was really in the earlier years where he was really good. I like talked about one of the best corners in the league. The best corners. I mean, could we say Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie and Janoris Jenkins? I mean, that's fair. Antrell Roll is a safety, bro. Antrell Roll is a safety. He's probably the best safety we had in 10 years. Not cornerbacks. I don't know. You guys let me know. Who do you guys think was the best Giants? That's a good question. Who do you guys think was the best Giants cornerback in the last 10 years? Corey Webster wasn't where he was, you know, back then. I don't think he... Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have, you know, all the player stats from every single year of every single Giants player. I don't think Corey Webster was in his prime in 2009. Was he? Was he 2009 and later? I'm not sure. But I'm trying to think about other Giants cornerbacks right now. Because you look in 2013, 2014, you know, we didn't have good Giants cornerbacks. You know, 2014, I believe that was the first year with Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie. And DRC constantly had like 6 interception seasons. I think he had 2 6-interception seasons with us. So that's enough for being one of the best cornerbacks in the last 10 years for us, because we don't really have a good track record of good cornerbacks. Then Janoris Jenkins with his phenomenal 2016 season. But that being said, but yeah, guys, let me know your last thoughts here as I get ready to wrap this up. been very pretty good live here. I didn't think I was gonna get anybody to come in because it wasn't sending any notifications. I'm sorry if you guys hear that bass in the background. I live in a very Puerto Rican freaking apartment building, so I get a lot of loud music and all that. Man, cannot wait for our future cornerback. Yeah, man, DeAndre Baker has the potential to being the best cornerback we've had in the last 10 years. Is there any good free agent who's still available? Yes, but not really that I would be interested in signing. Now, Orleans Darkwa is back and he's healthy. Now he got a meeting with the Cleveland Browns where Duke Johnson must not be happy. Oh my God, Duke Johnson is like, hold up, I'm demanding a trade and you guys are about to bring in another freaking running back? You guys gotta be freaking kidding me. Yo, Duke Johnson, get out of there while you still can, bro. They do not care about you. They do not care about Duke Johnson. They're about to bring in Orleans Darkwa. That's crazy. But, yeah, Orleans Darkwa is out there still. I think Jamal Charles is out there still. Des Bryant, Kelvin Benjamin, Michael Crabtree. Any edge rushers? I'm not sure any edge rushers still there. Hell no. Manziel, hell no. Peterman is way better. Oh man, I think Nathan Peterman has more yards than Johnny Manziel. Charles is past in prime in my opinion. Yeah, Jamal Charles is nowhere where he used to be. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna end it here. Pretty good hour of talk. Here's the thing, guys. I had to go live today because I cannot go live tomorrow, so I wanted to kind of make that up for you guys earlier in advance because I know Chris and Bad Dog have their show, and I don't want to interrupt that. Have their show on Wednesday, and I know I think Chris does the Nothing But Nick stream with Nothing But Nick's his Nick stream on Thursday, so I don't want to take away from that either. So I figured I'd do it Monday when nobody's really going live and things like that. So let's see here. It was great. Yeah, it's great with you, Turtho. I appreciate you guys joining in. Pretty good stream. I'm about to turn on my AC because it is hot, and I turn it off when I go live, so I don't have to, you guys don't hear that woo in the background. So, yeah, I'm about to get off this, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button before you guys go. It helps me out a lot. Thank you guys for joining in. I know there wasn't too much to talk about, but we got to get, those main topics off the board. So thank you guys for joining in, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Pow.